Hey guys, so I'm back again with the Flash Dead or Alive episode, season 3, episode 11. So in this episode, um, we see that Gypsy comes back, comes from the previous episode at the ending of the episode of barring problems from the future. And she's trying to look for Harrison Wells, and the reason why she's looking for Harrison Wells is because he had committed a crime, and that crime would have been interdimensional travel, which we actually never got to, which is really interesting. So she's looking for him, and the last time he actually was there was was the last time she went to the last place that he was, and that place was the Jitters, the coffee place, which was really cool. Before I get into any further, the Kid Flash and Wally and Barry, they both stopped a crime at the beginning of the episode by them teaming up again. It'll be an occurrence over and over and over again. So I like that. I do hear. Never mind. It was a really good episode. So like I said, Gypsy vibed where the last place Harrison Wells was. H.R. Wells was what was, and that would be Jitters. So then two cops showed up saying, how did you get in here? And she took him down, and then she went back to her Earth, or traveled to a different place. I liked it. I liked that part. So throughout this episode, it was basically her trying to get Harrison Wells, or H.R. Wells, and which I thought that was really interesting. There was she found out that he was at Stellar Labs, and she vibed her way into the traveled her way to get inside. They were trying to find out who this metahuman was, but then HR looked at a monitor and got a clear picture of her, and that's when she got into the Star Labs facility. So Cisco vibed. Not vibed, but used his powers against her. she she had like a blaster. She shot or stunned HR, and in which I thought that was really interesting. And then Wally came in, tried to stop her, but she stopped him. She stopped Wally by her powers, and Cisco was like amazed by how how he could easily do that, even though he's still learning his powers and all. I thought that was really cool. So she said that in an hour I'll be back. Get your things ready. And so her, as the hour goes by, HR gets all his stuff, and he tells them his, I guess, his backstory or whatever. And Barry comes in. Cisco was already there. They were already listening, and then HR said trial by combat. So all three of them go outside, and they wanted to do trial by combat. Barry was going to say trial by combat, but then Cisco stepped in and said that first, even though he's still learning how to do all of his powers, learning his powers and all, which is still cool. She said that, okay, you do realize that trial by combat means by death, and so she does that, and she says that I'll give you 24 hours. Do you want the usual 24 hours? And Cisco jumps the gun again, and he says that yes, he would like the 24 hours. 24 hours, I will tell you, 24 hours is not enough time to get yourself prepared for a fight that could end your life in a matter of like minutes or so, but that's just what I think. So she tells him, so she'll be back, and he says she's gonna kill me, right? And then they all just agreed, yeah, she's gonna kill you. So I thought that was a pretty funny joke. Wally and Iris, they had a little bit of a little storyline within this story. I thought that was really cool. The story within this was that Iris wanted to get this guy that had had the same kind of weapons that were used that we used in the beginning. So I thought that was really cool. So then there was also that. So the Team Flash comes. Kid Flash says, "Be back," and you know what? I thought that was really cool, but I just wish that Barry could use it, and as well as Kid Flash. But that's at least good of a teaser for that saying, and I kind of want them to use that one more, like use it, but like actually say the entire line. I thought that was really cool. But Um, so Iris goes ahead and goes inside and kind of goes on a, I guess, a suicide kind of like gesture or something like that. She's like, I'm not afraid to die. No. So I thought that was really weird. So then basically, Wally kind of got mad at her, which I can honestly agree with. So you know, Iris said, "You gotta get out of here before the cops come," and he didn't want to, and he said that, "Don't worry, Dad's on my side. Don't worry. I'm pretty sure he can vouch for me, or he can he can totally agree with this and all." Then we go to Joe, Iris, Barry, and Wally, and Barry. Joe was really mad at Iris and Wally, which I can agree with, with that, in which the reason why that is because is because um, is because uh, is because he's a protective father, which honestly is true. So I thought that was really interesting. So they all go back, and Wally tells Joe that that Iris almost got killed and Joe was really worried, and so Barry had to get Iris out of there and say, okay, look, Joe is getting really, really anxious, or getting really, really suspicious about this. We should just tell him. Iris says no. If he thinks that if he thinks that we do this, then he can never protect us or whatever. So I thought that was really interesting. So we go back to Cisco's part of this episode, and he and Barry, and again they all meet up in the time, not the time vault, but they meet up all in the what is it called? I don't know. I'm sorry. In the training facility part of Star Labs. I thought that was really cool. So then they actually go ahead. They do that, and now, yeah, like I said, they said that there's like 1% chance that you're gonna die. So Barry and HR go track down Gypsy. They track down Gypsy, and Barry got beaten by Gypsy, and she takes HR. He discusses that Cisco will keep his side of the bargain if you just please stick to your side. And and I won't interfere anymore. So she says, okay, this is the last chance. So then they go back, and Cisco and Barry kind of like, why'd you do this, kind of stuff like that, which is really interesting. Overall, by the end of it, Cisco fights Gypsy. They go through all different types of Earths. They went to this Earth that was on fire, which is very interesting. I'm trying to figure out which Earth that one was. They went to Earth 2, Earth 38, and then they went back to, then they went to the Earth that was on fire. So then they went back to Earth 1, and Cisco won by using a strategy thanks to Julian, by like, she's off the ground for like a split second. He vibed and kept using his powers on her until he won. And they told him like, okay, yeah, even though I lost, so then they were all back at Star Labs. They said, like, Gypsy said, okay, even though I lost, I still have to say that, that I killed her HR, and in which that means that you can never return to Earth 19. And so that was basically the end of it. And Barry says, at the ending of the episode, Barry says, sees Wally, and he says, I've done math, I'm not fast enough, but you will be. So I think in the back half of the season, or this half of the season, will be basically all about Wally versus Savitar, which is perfect because he was the person that fought Savitar in the comics, so it's his villain, which is cool. And he'll be able to save Iris. So I thought that was really cool. Anyway, talked enough, and see you guys. I talked long enough. Hopefully you guys like this episode or review, and catch you guys next time.